Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I'm so happy that you're here. Today is just kind of a small beauty haul. Most of the stuff I got at Ulta, but I did pick up a couple things at Sephora as well. I'm not including the samples from Sephora because those are going to be in my perfume haul when that comes up because they were perfume samples that I got, but I just wanted to show you what I got and kind of go over what I picked up, and I'm excited about what I picked up. So first up, I picked up Velvet Coffee, and this is Tree Hut's Shea Sugar Scrub. I smelled this one in store. I was trying to redeem. I had a 20% off coupon, and then I also had $125 in points, and I was really trying to get to that sweet spot. I think I spent $2 for everything that I got, and I'll show you most of it. There was a perfume that I got that I'm not including, but everything else I got for like $2. This one smells really nice. I'm excited to try it. I think this is going to be a good one to use in the fall and in the winter. So I will be including this probably in my project pan, which may or may not have already gone up depending on like when I get this up. I'm not really sure. I'm trying to film when I can and edit when I can, and I'm a little sporadic right now, so I apologize. I'm hoping that end of January, early February, I'm more on a schedule. I think probably the beginning of January is going to be sporadic like I've been in November and December, so I apologize for that. The next thing I picked up is this. Let me grab the box though. This is a Colourpop Super Shock Shadow. This was the packaging on it, and this is what it looks like. This is the shade Ladybird, and it's actually what I'm wearing on the shimmer that I have on my eyes. I just thought this was really pretty, and I have some Super Shocks, and I just never wear them, which is stupid. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to pick up a couple very neutral ones that I can wear on an everyday basis and try to get some use out of them. So I picked up that one. And then speaking of Super Shock shadows, I just wanted to show these. These were from Target. This was their collection. They did their Target initial collection, and I picked up these. I had gotten them before, but they came absolutely shattered, so I had to go in and exchange it, and Target was really weird with exchanging. They don't do a straight across exchange, so I had to return them, and then they had to like figure out how much I paid for them and price adjust. It was really weird. So that's what that first one looks like. Then we'll do that second one. This one might be very similar to the one that I'm wearing on my eye. It's very, very light. So yeah, those two are pretty close. There's a little difference. The one that I'm wearing today is a little bit more icy, I think. Let me double swatch this one there. It has a little bit more of a presence, but yeah, they are both pretty similar, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll get back to my Ulta order or my Ulta purchase. I actually went in store in just a minute, but I wanted to show you. I picked up these at TJ Maxx. These were $3.99. They're the Creme Shop 3-in-1 complete cleansing cloths. I got them because they had Winnie the Pooh on them. I thought they were cute. They were $3.99 if I didn't say that already. I need a cleansing wipe because I used up the rest of mine. These are very citrusy. Like they smell very citrusy, very orangey, which isn't bad necessarily. I wouldn't want to use it on my face, but I think for what I'm using them for makeup swatches, it's fine. So I picked up those. Yeah. Now let's get back to the Ulta portion of my order. So one of the collections I was most excited about coming out this year that came out in December was the Colourpop It's a Small World collection. It's a Small World is actually like my favorite ride. I know like people hate on it, but when I went to Disneyland, I've been there once and I was 6, and we went on that ride over and over again, and it's one that I had memories of. Like I don't remember a lot of Disneyland at age 6, unfortunately, but it was one that I remember. And then I went to Disney World a few years ago, and oh my gosh, it was bigger, and I loved it so much. So I had to get the collection. I have everything here except one of the Super Shock highlighters because they didn't have it. I went to 2 different Ultas and they didn't have it. This is what the palette looks like. It's so pretty. I'm going to swatch just a few of them. So I ordered it from Colourpop. My Colourpop order has not shipped yet, so I'm going to have issues with getting things because I'm in that weird spot where, you know, if it comes too soon, then I need it delivered to my parents, or else it's going to sit on my step and I have to go find a neighbor to pick it up, or if I order it like, and then if it takes too long, it's going to come to my parents and then they have to forward it. So it's just kind of, shouldn't be ordering this time of year, but I did because they had 40% off of the the Muppets collection, and I really wanted that collection too. So I just ordered 2 pieces. Those are kind of pretty. These feel like Super Shock eyeshadows, the shimmer ones, and the 2 mattes that I swatched were pretty rough, but I'm hoping that they'll still work well on the eyes. That doesn't really mean anything to, you know, until you actually work on it, but that's what it looks like. I'm so excited, and it's so cute. We'll go here so you can see the little clock tower, and the shades are called Hello, Dream, Laugh, Smile, Friendship, Love and Hope, Joy, Imagination, Peace, World Traveler, After All, and 1966. So yeah, I had to get that. I also picked up the lip stain vault. I'm not going to swatch these just because I don't think I will get around to using them, and unfortunately these Colourpop lippies go bad pretty quickly. I got them because, one, I was like trying to figure out what I wanted to get with that $125, you know, and everything would have been 20% off. And then I was like, I want everything else in the collection, so I'm going to be a completionist and get them all. So there are 4 shades here. I'm going to try to hold them like this so they don't fall out. So you have a very light one. You have a slightly darker one that looks kind of like my lips, but better, like if I was going with that. Then there is a very dark one. It's pretty darn dark. And then there's like this very fuchsia-y type shade as well. Like I said, I don't think I will get around to using these before they go bad. And so I'm trying not to use a lot of the lippies from Colourpop just because I know they go bad so quickly. Then I picked up this one highlighter. This is called Whimsical Ride. So like I said, they had 2 highlighters. The lighter colored highlighter was not available, and so I didn't end up getting it. This is the darker one. I don't think this is going to work for me. I'm going to swatch it anyway, which is probably not the smartest thing. Yeah, it's going to be way too dark. So it's, you know, at this point, it's just to have, which is kind of silly. That would be, I could use it as a eyeshadow if I really wanted to, but it's a little too dark. I know the highlighter I have on today is a little too dark too. I'm trying to like test out a whole bunch of different highlighters and get rid of some highlighter palettes, which you'll see eventually sometime this year. The next thing I just have the box to remind me that I got it because I actually am using it. This is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is my favorite concealer of all time. I have the shade Light 2 Vanilla. I have like a little here and a little here that I have on my face. So I love this. It's a really good concealer, and yeah, I really like it, and I've gone through tubes of it, and it's one that I always repurchase. It's like $31 though, so it's a little pricey. That's why I always try to get it 28% off. All right, let's do the blushes. So there are 3 blushes in this collection. We have Round the World, and you probably have already seen all of these. I thought they all had different sayings on them, but they all look exactly the same. So we have Dancing Darlings, Happiest Cruise, and Round the World. So we'll start with Dancing Darlings. That's a little intimidating as a blush, not gonna lie. It's a little, like, it didn't come off super good. Okay. We're gonna try to, that kind of reminds me of Natasha Denona. She has a similar shade in her Bloom and Light palette. Something like that, her Bloom, whatever. I have a cream blush that's a similar shade. So I think I could probably pull that off. I just have to be very careful and make sure I use a good brush and one that's not going to like deposit too much color. Then we have this one, which is Round the World. I'm trying to like swatch them where it won't. So the decal still is there, the embossed. This one is very, very light. It's, can you even see it? I can barely see it right in front of my face. You can kind of see it. Well, the light now is, yeah, so it's very, very light. We'll see how it works on my skin. I won't be using these blushes until probably this summer because I'm planning to leave these at my parents', and then I will be trying to pan. I have a couple of blushes I'm trying to pan currently. So I'm going to work on panning a couple of blushes first. So that's this one. It's kind of in the middle. It has a little bit more. So actually, I think that first one, which is the most intimidating, might be the easiest one to work with. Like, it's going to have the most pigment. There, you can kind of see in the middle now. Just a teensy bit, you can see it. This next thing is something my mom picked up for me, and now I have 2 of the others, and there's 4, so I need to go find the 4th one. I need to go to an Ulta and see if they have any. It's the Walt Disney World 50th anniversary set. This one is the Animal Kingdom one. I just noticed that they say that on the side, so I can actually like store them like this. So I have Epcot and I have Magic Kingdom. This is what this one looks like. I'm probably not going to swatch anything. I hope the lip gloss is still sealed. I noticed that the other thing was a little, yeah, that looks good. Okay. This one was a little banged up. It was the only one, and she wanted to get it for me. So see, I don't know if you can even see that, but it's like dented a little there, and the inside, it doesn't look like any of them were swatched, thank goodness, but it's not the most, it doesn't cover the best. So here we go. See, and that just popped off. So that is what the shades look like. They're all kind of brown, cool tones, and those are not my favorite type of shades at all. I don't tend to reach for cool toned shades. They're just not my favorite. I obviously like warm tones, judging by my eye look today. So yeah, I'm happy to have it in my collection, and I know these were like 50% off, so it wasn't very much at all. And it's cute. I do like the packaging. I love like the little ostrich up there and all of the things on there. So we have that. We have 2 things that I picked up from Ulta, or not Ulta, from Sephora. This was their extra December thing where they had another 20% off. People were mixed feelings. Some people were really excited that they offered it to everyone. Some people were upset that they did it after the VIB sale. So they had already bought things for 10 or 15% off, and then they got the 20% off. It was good for one-time use. I know as a Rouge, I felt like not as excited about it because I already had 20% off, and I really liked the 20 off of, it started out as like 50 and then it went up to 60 and then 75, but still like 20 off of 75 is a better deal than just 20% off. So I do miss those coupons that were the money off of a certain amount rather than 20% off. This first thing I noticed is now on sale, so you could go pick this up for cheaper, and when I'm filming this, it's probably over by now, but they were doing 20% off a sale too. I picked up this Givenchy lip set. So there are 4. There's a Le Rouge Sheer Velvet Miniature and Le Rouge Interdite Intense Silk Miniature. So there are 4 lipsticks in here. Let's see, I can show you. That's what the top looks like. And then the inner packaging is kind of fun. So you have 2 that come in black cases and then 2 that are in these actual like fuzzy velvet cases. So this first one is shade 17. And this is the first time. That is very light. It's one that I feel like this is going to break off in the tube very, very easily. So this is a sheer velvet. And then the other sheer velvet is shade 37, which might be a little darker. So that's about 3 or 4 swatches building up. Those are really pretty, and I'm excited to wear those actually. And then we have, what is this shade? This is 116. Okay, so that one has more pigment. It's it definitely has a more emollient feel to it, if that makes sense. And then we have shade 37. So, do I have 2 37s? Yes. This shade and this shade are supposed to be the same, but in different formulas. They're slightly different in shades, but they do look really nice, and I'm excited for this set. I don't need any more lipsticks. Actually, I was looking at some of my liquid lipsticks and I was like, I need to start clearing out some of these because some of them are getting kind of dried out as it is. And yeah. The last thing I picked up, this is one that's been just gnawing at me. This is the Pillow Talk, Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Beautifying Face Palette. I've heard mixed reviews. I heard some really terrible reviews. And then people reformed their reviews. But I swatched it in store and I was like, oh, I really do want this. Look at how pretty it is. It's so pretty. And you have 2 highlighters and 2 blushes. I need to go get a drink of water. So we'll do the 2 highlighters first. I'm only filming one video, so as soon as this is over, I'm going to go get a drink. And that's what they look like. I got the light medium one. That pink is a little dark, just a little dark for me. So hopefully it will still work. All right, and now let's do the 2 blushes. Oh, they look so pretty. I am going to do this, put this in a 4 for 4 face palettes. I have the Elephant palette from Hourglass and the Tarte Holiday palette. Yeah, those look fine. I don't know why people are saying that those were not pigmented. Like, that has a lot of pigment. I actually feel like that might be a little hard to blend out. But yeah, I'm actually impressed. I'm excited. I'm happy. It was one that I really wanted. As soon as I saw it come out, I was like, it's so pretty. I really do want to get it. So I'm glad that I got it. I just remembered, I have the Butterfly palette from Hourglass on the way too. I found it on clearance at Cosbar, something like that. So some of those you might not see till the summer because I don't really want to have my parents send them and pay shipping on them. So we'll see what happens. I still haven't gotten my Huda holiday Black Friday order. I need to call my aunt and be like, hey, can you ship it? So yes, that is where I am with life right now. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Let me know if you have any plans for the new year, any goals, any like, I don't want to say resolutions because resolutions seem to be falling out of favor right now. I don't know. Just like, what are your hopes for 2023? Let me know down below. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.